Good morning, guys. Today we're going to be writing exponential functions, giving our information in a chart or a graph, and writing the equation of the exponential function. Right here it tells you how to use, we're going to be using the calculator to plug in our information into the L1 and L2, and I'll show you how to do this. This information is found on pages 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6 in Unit 12. All right. This example, they give you already the information in your chart, and it shows you the steps of how to find the equation, and we'll do that with this information. If you remember from a couple weeks ago, we're going to go hit our stat button, and we're going to hit number 1. You can see I have information in my L1 and L2. So if I go to the top and clear, enter, I can clear my information in L1 and L2. L1 is going to be represented by my x values, which runs from -1 to +4. So each time I plug a value in, I want to hit enter, so it enters into the column. So now I have all my information in L1, which are my x values from -1 to 4. I go to my L2, I'm looking at my y values, 1.5, 3, 6, 12, 24, and 48. So now I have all my information written in my L1 and L2 columns. I hit my stat button again, and if you remember, I go over to calculate. This time I'm going to go all the way down to 0, which is really number 10, which is the exponential regression line. And I'm going to hit enter till I get down to calculate and hit enter again. This is going to give me my standard equation of an exponential function, which is y equals a times b raised to the x power. You can see that my value of a is 3, my value of b is 2. So this would be y equals 3 times 2 raised to the x power. It's as simple as that. The first example, I have my L1 and L2, which is my x value and my y value. So my x values are from 1 to 5. Again, I go to stat. I hit 1. I have to clear both my columns, so it's clear and enter all the way to the top. And I plug in 1 to 5 in my x values, 1 to 5, and my y values are decimals. So it's 0.75. 2.25, 6.75, 20.25, and 60.75. Enter. So now I have my x values and my y values entered. I hit stat. I have to go over to calculate. I go all the way down to my exponential regression. I hit enter. Keep hitting enter to get to calculate. Enter. This is going to give you my standard equation of a line. An exponential function is y equals a times b raised to the x. My a value is 0.25. My b value is 3. So it's y equals 0.25 times 3 raised to the x power. You're going to be doing the rest of the examples on pages 5 and 6. If you look at the second example that you're going to be working on, actually gives you a graph. There's no chart. But remember, each point is an x and a y value. All right, so if I make my list in L1 and L2, my x values are -1, 0, and 1. And my y values, which coordinate with those x values, are 4, 1, and 0.25, and plug that in. All right, good luck and have a great day.